2,000 subscriber thing.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Good to see y'all. Glad y'all come and join us. We're gonna not have a real long live tonight, but we still wanted to get on and do our prayer and talk a few minutes and everything. So it's good to see everybody. Got Miss Sharon, Mr. Gary Spikes. Glad you made it home good. Mr. Billy Shillings, he made it home well. Good to see you. Hey Anthony. Hey, how's it doing, brother? Hey, Miss Burton. Good to see you tonight. Wendell.
Oh, look at there, Mark's in here.
Yeah, spoke a while ago. Hey,
Hillary,
hey,
Mr. Robinson.
Mr. William. Sorry we missed you the other day, but I understand.
Roger.
Hey, Roger. Hillary. Good to see everybody tonight.
That's it.
All righty. Yeah,
Southern
we're
Belle,
a few minutes early. Hey, Miss Selena. So we're a few minutes
Mr.
early.
Creel.
Hey, Mr. Mark Creel. Good to see you, brother. We're a little early. Like I said, we're not going to do a very long live tonight. Mainly wanted to get on and do prayer.
And a book and an herb.
And a book and an herb. And then I got a little something I'll talk about.
He wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So, this is my keep it short day.
Hey, Murray. How you doing?
Hey, Miss
Debbie.
Debbie.
Good to see y'all. Glad to have y'all tonight. Real pretty backyard there, Debbie. They have a little fire pit tonight. So
oh, cool.
Nice. Wish we could have done the live outside with a fire pit, but we had a thunderstorm come through.
I would have liked to have attended her fire pit.
At 5 o'clock. And it rained pretty good. Lightning was popping and got pretty good. And it went on up toward Wendell and them up there in Anniston. So, of course, here comes the star of the show, Miss Sister.
We have to start Sister her own page. You get my
everybody hello.
You get my styrofoam cup out of the way.
Miss Jealous is really what it is.
So. Oh, that is 100% what it is, Miss Jealous. Yeah. Hey, Miss Johnson.
Hey, Tammy. How you doing?
All righty. So now that Sister has joined us, we're ready.
Yeah. I know we're starting a few minutes early. Going to throw some folks off, but we just sitting here and that's.
Well, since Sister's on here, let me go get the other.
Yeah. So I hope everybody had a good week. I know everybody made it back home safely. I think Gary got home late Monday night or late Tuesday night. Lord, I can't remember. But I know he made it home. And hey, Jeffy, glad he made it home. And yeah, we got another animal in the house, Lord mercy. Hey, Miss Judy Wheeler.
So this is Elby.
This was the little cat that was in the engine of somebody's car.
Yep. And it found its way home.
Yeah, so it just got a bath a few minutes ago. Lord, it smells a lot better.
Yeah. It got all the Sister's licking off of it.
Yeah. So.
Because not only did we have another cat in the house, Sister has a chew toy.
Yeah. Sister.
That's up there, though, Daddy.
Come on. All right, everybody. Sister, get down. Hey, get down. Get down. Go.
Sister, get down. Thank you. I should never have brought the cat over. Miss Jealous.
Yeah, Miss Jealous.
Oh, wow. Miss Judy, hey.
But everybody made it home safely, and I think
Jeffy.
Gary just said he made it home late Monday night.
Good.
So everybody got home safely. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time. It was good to see everybody that made it out. Most part, the weather stayed good. We had a fire pit, our fire pit down there Saturday night instead of here at the house. Had a pretty good turnout, about 35, 40 people.
It's a lot.
Some of the ones just camping. Then we had some folks come in, and we had a good week. Now, you know what Mr. Mazzeo told me yesterday when he stopped by? He said, I sure do miss him people being down there. So.
Yeah, Mr. Mazzeo, he's a character.
Yeah, he's a local guy. He's an older guy, and I think he looks for company, and
Hey, Miss
When
McSwain.
people camp out down there at campground, he's gonna come visit. He's a good guy. Good guy.
40 at the fire pit.
Okay, good deal. I knew it was close.
But that doesn't count all the ones that came and left.
Yeah, we had people come in and out. Of course, I had to work part of that time, but I know they had people in and out. Weather stayed pretty good. I think got a little rough Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And hey, Patrick, good to see you, brother. So overall, it was a good little get together, and glad everybody had fun. And there's a lot of things went on.
A lot of things. So
Roger.
y'all pay attention to everybody's channels.
Yeah, pay attention. Roger's done come out Tuesday night. Had him, Ken, Flat Rock, and Harley. They've seen something very interesting. Caught it on thermal. There's
A lot of people had some things. Yeah.
I'm gonna let ones that hadn't come out yet. That is theirs to do. I'm not gonna touch that now. The only other one I'm gonna bring up right now is Jessica Jones. Seen something when she left Friday night back over on the paved highway. She done a show on it Monday.
She did?
She did do a
Good.
show on
I
it, so
need to
she
go back and
discussed
watch that.
what she saw. Me and Rebecca's done been over there twice looking around. We went to the campground, eased around, then went to where she saw what she saw. She described it to a T. I kind of found the place. And I can see, and it's right by some property where some stuff's been going on that I know of. 'Cause I've been talking to them people. So if you get a chance, so if you get a chance, go check out Jessica's channel from Monday and check out Roger's from Tuesday. And I imagine here in the next few weeks, some of the other
That
folks.
short that Roger put out.
So
That short. I just, wow. That's all I got.
So y'all go check it out if you haven't. And some of these other people that had some stuff. Hey,
Her ears were ringing.
Yeah. So me and her's got to talk some more about that when I
Yeah,
get a
we do.
chance. The guy who owns the property, his father died last Saturday, so I have not wanted to mess with them right now, except for condolences. I'm gonna let the air clear a little bit, then I'm gonna call him and talk to him.
Hey, Larry.
In fact, I seen him at work the other day, but I did not want to.
We did start early, Dave.
Yeah, we started a little early. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. But it's good to see everybody that's come in the last few minutes. So there's Larry and
Dee Dee.
Miss Dee and Jessica and
Diane Fowler.
Miss Diane. Good to see y'all.
Yes, Wendell, she did.
Yeah.
Standing Stones. How are y'all?
Hey, Standing. So y'all go check those two channels out. They done talked about it a little bit. So
and be on the watch for other people that were there, because a lot of people had a little bit of something happen. Hey, Blackie.
Yeah. We'll give, let them put it out on whatever channel.
And they may not put anything out.
May not. So we'll let it go from there. And me and Rebecca went back down. Well, I went one time, then me and Rebecca went back.
Hey, Erica.
Like I said, I went over.
Hey, Randall.
Rode over at the spot where Jessica seen that and checked that area out a little bit. So good to have everybody come in. Like I said, we're gonna do a short show
Paul
tonight.
Case Farms, how are y'all?
Hey.
That's how you say it here. What are you doing?
Yeah, plenty of water. It just put some out a few minutes
Got
ago.
some more, yep.
May was one of the wettest months in Alabama.
And June is working on it.
And it looks like June's following suit. And I forgot how far we are above inches
Wendell
on
said,
water.
tell what we saw.
Tell what we saw.
Wendell said, tell what we saw. Meaning him.
Oh, him. Well, I know him.
Did you put it out on your channel yet, Wendell?
Yeah, why don't you do a show on it, Wendell? And And if anybody wants to put it out on our show, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. We'll figure out a time. You're more than welcome to. We'll go over it. If you got pictures or if you got something you want to talk about, we will. Me and her, we can set up a day and we can do a recording or we can do a live.
Did I miss Mr. Denduven?
Yeah, I think Robert popped up. I was going to say something. It's good to see him.
Yeah, there he is. I missed him.
It's good to have
Hey, Mr.
everybody.
Denduven. Gene Hudson.
Hey, Miss Jean, good to see you. Randall. Hey, Jean, good to see y'all. And it's good to see you, Chad. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you like I wanted to.
Oh, 3 days. Nice.
Like I wanted to. And congratulations to Miss Dee Dee on retirement.
Yep.
That's an accomplishment. That's something I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping in the next 2 to 4 years, if good Lord is willing and I'm still on this earth.
Yep.
Look forward to retiring and forget about being on the clock all the time. After a while, you get tired of looking at clocks.
Yeah.
But hey, Ray, I hope you're doing better, Ray. I hope you're doing a lot better. And I redone the prayer list a while ago.
If y'all got prayers, y'all put them out
So
here,
let me
please.
put Miss Ray on there.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and interrupt him. So Father's Day is this weekend. If y'all are fathers or in the roles of fathers, happy Father's Day early. And make sure
Sergey,
that you...
good to see you, brother.
Yeah, hey. So make sure that, we appreciate all those in the father role. Family's not always blood. Sometimes it's those we choose in those roles. It's those who are there for us. It's not always blood. So whoever father is for you, happy Father's Day.
And hey, Mark D, good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
I want to go ahead and talk about this.
Okay, you go ahead.
We are 1,854 subscribers. We're coming up on 2,000.
Scott B, good to see you, brother. Good to have you.
We are coming up on 2,000. So I know a lot of people have seen this book. 2 copies of it.
Yeah, you do have 2 copies.
And it's a pretty easy book. That's one of the things I like about this.
Just sit down.
It treats things from a one thing treats all perspective. Like everybody can have amoxicillin and it'll treat their infection. Whereas we do know that not everybody reacts the same to everything. This treats everything the same way for everybody, unfortunately. But it's a simple book to find a recipe and understand it. It's broke down with a very good table of contents. I know we have all seen this. And it's broke down with information, in different sections along with the recipes. So when we hit 2,000, I'm going to do a drawing. This will be one of the things we give away that day. I don't know what else we will do, but when we hit 2,000,
hey, Mr. Rex,
we're going to do a giveaway. So y'all help us out. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed. And share with your friends and get them subscribed.
So y'all remember that giveaway when we hit 2,000, and we're not far away. I mean, we're still a small channel, and me and her's not wanting to be a big channel. I'll just tell you that now.
Yeah.
What we want to do,
I want to stay small.
We want to be able to do the prayer, tell a little bit about Bigfoot, and a little bit about homesteading, and other little things. Hey, Katie G, good to see you. Glad to have you in here. It was good to see you last week. Hey, Michelle, good to see you in here tonight. We ain't trying to be big shots. I can go ahead and tell you that now, and I think most people know that right off the bat. Because a lot of times we both shy away from stuff. I've been asked to be on some pretty big shows, and I've turned a lot of them down. Kind of watch whose show I go on. I kind of watch how they act. I'm just being honest. If I hear them say stuff, or they belligerent people, or they talking about people, or they doing other things, I usually go on the other way. I just ain't going to be part of it. So Yeah, I spoke to Mark.
Okay, no, I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Scott B. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Scott. You sure?
Yeah.
So this is our book of the week as well. I know I've talked about it before, but if you have a chance to purchase this book, feel free to. It's easy to understand and make things from. So, Forgotten Home Apothecary, 250 Powerful Remedies, Nicole William. So, there you go. Book of the week. It wasn't very expensive.
Sister, no.
So, just saying.
I can't take you right now, sister. Okay.
All right.
You
You ready for me to do the plant of the week, too?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, plant of the week. Y'all know, hold this, babe. Y'all know that I get this in. And I know it seems like I'm plugging stuff. I'm not plugging stuff. But this is a good way to learn. I don't get nothing from this. This is something that I have found that helps me learn. And it's that apothecary at home subscription thing. And that's pretty cool. But that's where I got today's plant of the week out of. So this box is herbs for energy and focus. So it goes through and talks about, the importance of getting sleep and how to get better sleep, because that's very important for energy and focus. It talks about different lifestyle changes that you need, different decorative ideas for your house, basically making sure feng shui and all that stuff is working because it helps for energy and all. But one of the herbs for this month is eleuthero. And I know y'all can't see that. Eleuthero. And you use its roots mostly, but it is also known as Siberian ginseng. Y'all, I can't talk. I'm sorry. But that is going to be my plant of the week. And I don't have a piece of it because, like I said,
hey, David,
it was raining when we got home, so I couldn't go out in the yard and pick something. But it's got adaptogenic properties. So it helps the body adapt to physical, environmental, and emotional stressors. It helps improve endurance and stamina, particularly in individuals with demanding lifestyles. So if you're one of those people that has a lot of stress in your life and is constantly on the go, this is something that may can help you. It helps support the immune system. It increases the activity of the immune system. And increases the production of immune cells. So this is probably not something you want to use if you have an autoimmune disease. Keep that in mind. Things that boost the immune system, if you have an autoimmune, this helps accelerate its attack on you. So be careful. It helps with energy and fatigue reduction. It helps combat fatigue and increase your energy levels. Improves physical performance and endurance by enhancing oxygen utilization. So that's a very important thing to think about. It has some potential cognitive benefits, so helping with memory and increasing circulation to the brain, which is very important for memory. Stress management helps support the healthy stress response. Anti-inflammatory even. Root and bark. And then traditional uses, it says it's used to invigorate energy, strengthen the body, and address issues like sleeplessness and excessive dreaming. Oh, I picked the correct herb for this week. And I think I just happen to have some. So I need
because the dream's been wearing me out.
I need to get with that and check that out for you.
Man, they have wore me out last few weeks.
So eleuthero, and that is spelled Eleutherero. Am I pronouncing it properly? Probably not, just saying. But it's also known as Siberian ginseng. So y'all look it up. As always, make sure you know what you're using. Make sure you're properly identifying if you're harvesting it in the wild. Even if you're growing it, make sure you're growing the right thing. Okay? All right.
Good topics tonight.
Do we want to do this?
Sure.
Something else we need to do. Wendell wants to know what you're dreaming about, but we'll get back to that in a minute.
We'll talk about that here.
Something we needed to do and haven't been doing is thanking people when we get things in. I'm not going to call any names out. If they want to, acknowledge it, they can. But we got in a book. I love books. I love books. And Mark got a cap in. So we just wanted to say thank you for that. And I have not read this book yet, but it looks like a very good book. And the fact that it is based on an actual woman's journey in 1753 makes it very interesting. And it's called Follow the River. If y'all can see that. James Alexander Thom. So there you go.
It's like a real interesting book.
Yep. I'm excited to read this. So.
Rebecca likes to read.
Yes, we should. We should do a show. I need to do that one day.
We're going to try to do better because a lot of people have gave us stuff all throughout since we've been doing this, and we don't ask for that, but we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're doing it out of your goodness of your heart, and we really appreciate that.
But if it's something you made, we want to acknowledge it and help you get your name out there for sure.
And, I've got some other shirts and caps I need to be wearing. Some of them's out in the camper because I don't want to get them dirty. So I need to bring them back in the house and wear them on our shows and stuff. And then when we go on these camp outs, I want to carry them too, where I can wear them there. But I want to, hey, John, good to see you, cousin. Good to see you, brother. We've got a bunch of stickers. I've got to come up with something. Because if I just put them on the camper over time.
Well, I've got that board.
Yeah. So I don't want to just stick them on the side of the camper. Not knocking if anybody's done that. I'm just saying because I know over time the sun and the rain starts fading.
We may not keep the camper. We might get a new camper.
Right. We might get a new camper. And that way, if I have them on the board, I will. That way, when we go on camp outs, I can bring it out, hang it by the camper, or even
I've
if we do a show,
I've got not a poster board, but a foam core board, and I want to put a picture frame around it to where we can put them all on there.
Right. Well, if anybody's willing and bidding, they want to come on, we will. I'm not going to push nobody to do it. Y'all know that already. Yet. I don't push people to do shows. I usually let people come to me on a lot of them.
Yeah.
They'll come say, hey, I'm ready to tell my experience. And that's okay. Because I'm not, but if anybody love to, just let me know. We'll set it up and everything. Yeah.
I make some. Yeah. I don't have enough time.
Well,
right now.
Yeah, since she went back to work, she doesn't have the time. Our homestead's kind of still in progress.
It was doing good until I had the bright idea to go back to work.
Well,
and it was supposed to be part-time.
Well, we done that on several reasons. But,
well, yeah. I went to work part-time because I lost my Facebook. I lost my market for the farm. And I went part-time because it was a garden center. Well, then I went full-time because the full-time person didn't come. And then we bought a truck. So I'm staying to pay off the truck. And then we bought a camper, and I'm staying to pay that off, and the tractor. So once those items get paid off, then I'll come back out and start building the farm again. But we're getting ready for retiring, so we're paying off stuff. Right. That way we can enjoy life afterwards. So.
Well, if I get everything took care of now, when I retire, hopefully.
Thank you, Billy.
And me and her will probably stay in the homesteading, but we're going to still try to do camping and getting out. So we're going to figure that balance out. We'll figure that out when it gets
here. Yeah, he's still determined we're going to buy a passport.
I'm going to tell you.
Of
course, where they're manufactured. Of course, I can walk over and watch them be put together.
Mm-hmm.
But Honda, they're finally coming out with some darn good colors. Finally.
Yeah.
I don't know what took them so long to get there, but they finally coming out with some colors.
Well, everybody quit producing colors for a while.
And some of the reviews is very good. So if you want a reliable vehicle that's pretty much 99% American made, you can go look at that. They're good. I don't drive one personally. I mean, if I was in the market for something new,
I want an Element
yeah, Rebecca likes the Element.
in orange.
Wish they still made them. I don't know why they quit making them, because they were selling, and they're very reliable. A lot of people running around. Well, Wendell's got one. My boss man had one till he hit a cow, totaled it out. In fact, he went looking for another one.
Yep.
But Atlanta, Georgia is full of them, but and they still some of them with low miles on. Hey, Miss V, good to see you in here tonight. Good to see you. So,
catnip is great for not just the kitties, Ray, but for helping being a calming agent in teas and stuff.
thank you, Miss Judy. It could be a lot better. It could be a lot better. Yeah, they are, Mark. They are very good vehicles. Not just because I'm there, but I see what goes into it.
I got to get out there and pick some more blueberries. I bet I have another tall bowl full.
Yeah, they're ripening. So.
I've been out there. Every time I go out there, I get a handful and eat them.
We had a very good fire pit other night. We had Mr. Billy and Mr. Dale do a little singing. I know Billy was getting hoarse.
Are they bringing it back?
I hadn't heard that, Wendell. I'll have to check in on that. I'll have to check on that. They may be. I'll have to check on that and see. I haven't heard them announce that, but I will check it out and see. I know International is bringing back the Scout, but right now it's going to only be electric Scout, which I don't know how that's going to work on off-road.
Which is probably what the Element's going to end up being.
Could very well be, because we
Come on down, Miss Ray. I'd appreciate all the help you can give.
There's a lot of plans I can't really talk about going on, but there's a lot going on where I work at. Gonna be a lot of changes coming, so and it's gonna be good. It'll be good. So, hey Ken, good to see you, brother. I missed you the other day. Sunday, I think he was here to Tuesday or so, but I didn't get to. I had to work, so. But me and Rebecca will be down in that neck of the woods here pretty soon. We're gonna probably just get up one Saturday morning, come South Alabama, do some visiting. Maybe see if I can get everybody down in that way to meet for lunch somewhere or something. Forest garden, I got my corn plowed this week. Got watermelons plowed. Our tomatoes are actually looking good.
Tomatoes are looking decent.
Sweet potatoes really done a jump.
If it goes to raining for a solid week again, they're not going to do well.
Yeah, they could hurt.
Hi, Wyatt. So, y'all say hey to Wyatt.
Hey, Wyatt. Good to see you in here, bro. But overall, that was a good week down there.
You're still getting broccoli? Wow.
Hey, Harold. Good to see you in here, man. Yeah, I didn't know about the hybrid. I know I seen it said electric, but now they may have come out with more since then. So yeah, I imagine it is doing better down there on the coast. Y'all got warmer.
We really ain't even got warm enough soil to plant okra still.
Our soil hadn't really warmed up that much. The rain has just really
cool nights still.
Yeah, we've been having some cool nights. I know the humidity now shot up yesterday. I was building a turkey tractor.
Yeah.
And getting ready to build a chicken tractor frame for it. Man, that humidity shot up yesterday, and I was soaking wet. First part of the week, it didn't feel that hot, but yesterday it went up, and today it got up a little bit. I cut grass. We're gonna do some weed eating until the rain run me in. So finally got my big weed eater back from the shop, and got to get around the pond because I meant to tell you when I was running the lawnmower.
Run out of snake.
big old snake fell out of that willow tree over in the creek into the
Wonderful.
pond. So I don't know what he was.
I
don't know if it's a
don't plan on
cottonmouth
getting
or
close
just a
enough to
water
find out.
Well,
Sister,
there's so
Yes.
much water filling up holes and in the
Mhm.
woods
if they
that
having to
they're
move.
hunting higher ground right now.
Mhm.
And when it goes raining a lot, they go to hunting higher ground too. So if y'all out at night, be very careful walking around. This time of year is when the copperheads are really moving.
rattlers,
Copperheads are a big night.
cottonmouths.
Yeah, well, copperhead's a big nighttime
Moccasins.
moving snake because they eat a lot of insects around trees and stuff. And so y'all be careful out walking at night down roads or trails. Make sure you paying attention. Them little sun guns are nasty. They can put a hurting on you. I had a good friend get popped on the foot one night on his deck. Dogs was raising Cain. He stepped out the door and it was laying right there and popped him on the foot. He's had a lot of trouble with that since then. So
I'm surprised we didn't see any at the camp out.
especially being right there at that mountain and it being real rocky and piney land, I'm surprised too. I'm very surprised. But there may be so much traffic right in there and they feel the vibration, or it could be because of other stuff being there.
Yep.
One thing I was going to bring up tonight, well, Wendell asked me about the dreams, so let me go back to that a minute. All right, so I hadn't really talked about this a whole lot, but a few people. Rebecca, there's a few in chat here. I've kind of mentioned my dreams too. For a while, I was having some real rough dreams, and I'm talking about. Let's just go ahead and put it this way, and I'm gonna say it. I dreamed that I kept having this reptilian being, which was a female, approach me in a dream, saying it was gonna cut my man bag out, if you know what I'm talking about, and use that for something. And then it was going to kill Rebecca. I dreamed that 4 or 5 times. It finally left because I think of prayer. I had some people praying over that, plus me, and it finally disappeared. Rebecca was having some weird dreams, some during that time period. It's up to her if she wants to tell them or not. I'll leave that up to her.
I have forgotten.
But, well, you was having the snake and spiders there for a while,
I
which
always
is
have-
common.
I
but-
always have snake and
But
spiders.
they were really pouring the steam on for some reason that time period. Sister, this ain't get sister.
It's the kitten. The kitten's curled up right
I
there.
can't take that now. Hey, Brother Spencer, good to see you. So those finally quit. And here in the last few weeks, I've been dreaming about a lot of my ancestors that's went on and friends. And they're talking to me in these dreams. All of it's good. None of them is saying anything bad or nothing. I mean, I'm hearing them talk to me. I don't know what that means. I'm just paying attention to it. So I went from bad dreams to dreaming about ancestors. My mom and dad, some of my aunts and uncles, some of my friends that's done went on. None of them's telling me the same thing though. It's not like they're all coming with the same message. They're telling me things different. So I don't know what that's stemming from. That's some of the stuff that's been going on lately. I haven't really talked to too many people about that because I'm watching it. And that goes back to something I posted on Facebook today. And some of y'all may have seen it, some of you haven't. Always research and pay attention to things that's coming to you. If it be agendas or ideas or people talking, research it. Pay attention. Research it. Pray about it. Pray for discernment to be able to figure out what is right and what is wrong. And I'm not just talking about in politics. I'm talking about in all things. Even in the church, I hate to say that. There's agendas being pushed, different agendas. They're happening on these Bigfoot channels. I know I'm going to catch some slack for that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to just go ahead and speak the truth. There's division happening. I see the division happening. Try to keep my mouth shut. And I've talked to a few people about it because I don't want to stir up a hornet's nest and be in drama because I don't like drama. Back I tell you, when drama gets going, me and her about ready to head the other way.
Mm-hmm.
We're both not drama queens. Try not to even talk about people. If I can steer around it, I try to not get into it much. And most of you know that because I've talked to a lot of y'all one-on-one. I try to watch how I speak. I try to never downgrade nobody. I try to watch how I say stuff.
And y'all, I don't do drama.
So
drama stresses me out.
But the main thing we need, to me, this is me saying this, the person you need to be paying attention to is the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm going to just say it like it is. That's the one you better be paying attention to. That's the one you better be praying to daily, asking for help, and pay attention to. Nobody else is going to save you. Nobody else is going to help you. Him completely. And he carries us every day. Even when we don't know he's carrying us, he's toting us. He's protecting us. And I can go into examples where he may have protected people, but I'm not going to go down that road right now. Even in this Bigfoot world, when people have been out researching or doing other things, and I'm not getting a call from Alabama Politics. I don't answer that right now because I don't know what's about. But
I'm just turning off
they'll
the
leave me a message. But we ain't got no power outage going on. So always remember, be kind, love one another, but pay attention what goes on. Because a lot of times stuff comes looking good, but in the bad, it's bad. And we got an accuser. Y'all know who the accuser is. That's his name. That's what he's called a lot, the accuser. The author of confusion. He's a division maker. He loves to divide. He loves to conquer. And he loves to do that. He goes before God a lot, accusing us every day. And Jesus is our mediator. Jesus kind of, I hate to say a lawyer, but kind of a lawyer. Even though he's King of Kings, Lord of Lords, he's kind of our lawyer. He's lawyering for us before the Father. Because we got another one coming in there accusing us all the time. He's, but Jesus went and took care of that for us. He took his life be taken on that cross thousands of years ago, where we can be one day with him and the Father. Now, most of the time I don't get that deep to talking, but I am tonight because I was pushed to do it. And when I'm pushed, I know I better go do it. If I don't, I'm going to get chastised later when I don't do it. So, because there's been times I've kept my mouth shut. A little while down the road, I got a spanking for it. And because that's what a real father does. When his kids do wrong and don't obey, he comes back and he corrects them. So I don't want to get corrected all the time. And so love one another, be kind, throw this politics out the door, throw all this other stuff out the door, and love people the way Christ did. And that's all I can really say. Do your research on everything. Research it. You can go find answers on the internet where it says yes for everything, and you can go here where it says finds no. But go research, and then pray about it, because then you get the right answer. He's always going to tell us the truth, and sometimes it's going to come plain as black and white, then sometimes it's going to be a little cloudy. That's just the way he works, and we don't understand all his ways all the time. Excuse me, y'all, for pointing with a pen. I need to throw it down. But I just want to say that a lot of things going on in the world. We're not going to get into politics or all this, but what I'm trying to say is pay attention. Pay attention. Do your research. Before you talk about something, maybe do your research. Go back and look at it. Go back, go check things out. Look at it again. So, and I'm gonna shut up from there on real quick.
Okay.
And I know Rebecca wasn't expecting that. But when something pushes you, and I know what was pushing me today, because I got chastised a little bit today too. So, and it's funny how sometimes when you're on a tractor, all of a sudden you get spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but like I said, love one another, get along. There's and 'cause we don't have long on this earth. We don't have long on this earth. I mean, I'm 57 years old. I'm already over a half a century old. It seemed like it went by just like that. Before I know it, I won't be here no more. Some of y'all won't be here no more. I don't mean to sound ugly, but some of y'all won't be here no more. I don't want that to happen, but I know it's going to happen. That is going to come no matter what happens. That's going to happen. So, all right, let me shut up from that for a little while. And, oh, one other thing before I forget, and this is totally changing the subject, but I don't want to forget. Joe and Pat's video last night was on Coast to Coast with Jody Cook, I believe is his name. Yep. They were on from 3 a.m. to 5. I did not get to watch it. Me and Rebecca were worn out from building this turkey tractor and a chicken tractor and moving turkeys to the yard. We was outside at 10 o'clock almost. Yeah. And I was wringing wet from head to toe. And y'all excuse me for sniffling. I'm sorry about that on the air, but when my emotions get going, everything else gets moving. I hate to say that, but I didn't get to watch it. I plan to watch it sometime this weekend, but y'all go watch Joe and Pat's video. It belongs to them. They called it an LBL. I know a lot of people down at the campground, and they may get mad at me for saying this, but I'm just being truthful. A lot of people got to go see it. I think I know what I'm seeing in the video. I'll just go ahead and tell you, a dog man, woman, with little ones. I mean, that's what's there. There's really no denying what I'm looking at. So y'all go over and check that out. I know later on they're gonna probably put it out some other places, and check it out. I know some other people told them different. Hey, that's fine. I mean, we all got opinions. We all see things different. Me and Rebecca can walk out this back door and I can say something's blue and she may say it's green. We both may be a little bit right. It may be a bluish green color. Or, what I'm trying to say is what you see might not be exactly what everybody else sees. Just like my corn patch. Some people said it's shadows. Hey, that's fine. That's what you're seeing. Some people say, hey, I'm seeing Bigfoot, Mark. That's fine. I had one person say, hey, you got a dog man there with them. When I went and looked, it does kind of look like a dog man sitting over there with pointed ears, with snarling teeth at me. So, it is what it is. Different people look at different things. Good example. Me, Rebecca, Ella, and a friend of hers, Nikki, we're in the Talladega National Forest, not far from Horse Creek, with some other researchers a few years ago. There was a booger tried to cross the gravel road. Down here in our south, we use a lot of limestone on our gravel roads. You'll notice our gravel roads are gray or white, because I live right here at the Marble Quarry, so a lot of white rock gets used on the gravel roads. A lot of our limestone is gray. It's dolomite, so it has a gray. A lot of
people have it on the driveways.
The driveways. So you get down here to my neck of the woods, well, the Forest Service uses a lot of the marble because of the quarry's been here. So they put a lot of that out on the roads out in the National Forest, in the Talladega National Forest. Now, you go somewhere else, they may use a different type of rock. So the road was real lit up. That white rock shows at nighttime, and anything that goes into that white road is going to show up. Plus, we had some ambient light. Now, hey, Wendy, glad to have you tonight. I know she's going like, Lord, I walked in on a crazy man. When that booger entered into that road, Me, Ella, and Nikki seen it plain as day. I seen his legs, I seen his arms, his head, the whole 9 yards. Rebecca seen fog. So,
Moving, rolling fog.
fog. Us three were looking at a booger. Because I asked, what'd you see? They told me. Rebecca seen fog. So, a lot of times, different people are seeing different things. It's not they're being mistaken, it's what their eyes are focusing on. Like I said, there's a lot more went on at the campground this weekend. People seen stuff. Mr. Gary, Wendell, or some other people got some glimpses.
Didn't Katie and John see something?
Yeah, Katie. I think Katie and John got a glimpse of something. Stacy got a glimpse of something.
Oh yeah, Stacy.
There's other
A lot
things
of
that happened. Chad and Erica had something happen to their vehicle. Billy had
Thanks
something.
for watching, Cowboy.
Sherry and them, everybody that was down there this weekend had little stuff happen. So,
Mr. Harold.
like I said, if any of them want to talk about it later on and do it on the show, we will. I'll have a show and do it. Or if Spencer wants to do it, that's fine with me. Or anybody else, Roger or Old Line. I don't care who does it, but if anybody wants to do it, I'm saying you're welcome to do it over here or somewhere else, and that'll be great. So. Yeah, me and Patrick, back when he was here, 1st of May, we had our fire pit. Everybody had left. Me and Patrick sitting out there after dark, pitch black dark. We watched the orb or something go across the pasture, across the road from us. We watched it, and it just kind of went around and left on out. We discussed if it was fireflies. We never seen a firefly that light up anywhere. We watched that whole hillside for, 15 minutes. Never seen nothing happen over there. I'm pretty sure it was an orb. A few weeks ago, I found a footprint out here in the front garden. I've seen it a few people and showed it a few people down at the camp out. Hey, Henry, good to see you in here tonight, brother. Not no biggin, but it's out here and you can tell, and I'll do a video on it pretty soon. I'll do a little video. Should have probably done it, but I like to watch and see if there's more going to appear somewhere. Out in my big field or around this other garden, around the chicken pens. Also, I'm waiting to see if other little things start happening, like gates getting open, feed shed door getting open, drums getting left open. So I know they're coming. There's no doubt about it. We know they're coming to the house. I don't think they're coming every day, but I know they're coming through. Yeah. Rebecca seen what looked like fog to her, where me, Ella, and Nikki seen the full body. So people see different things. It's just that's the way it is. All of us look at things different. Doesn't mean we're wrong. Just means we're looking at stuff different. All right. Hey, Squatching Cowboy. Good to see you in here tonight. Okay. You actually done real good, Katie.
All right, let's go back to this. If I can find it again. I don't think they are.
I don't know.
I'm not going to say they're not. I'm going to say that not every orb is. Because some orbs are other things.
I know sometimes, I will say this about the orbs. This is all I can
They
really
seem to be connected.
They seem to be connected. They seem to show up. Either the orb show up first or the Bigfoot show up first, then the other one comes sliding in there. Now, like Hollins, and Roger touched on this other night, so I'm going to back him up on this a little bit.
Roger, it's always active.
Yeah. Holland, that place is pretty much 365 year round. Same way,
Hey, Mr.
well,
Terry.
Creepy Mountain ain't as strong as it used to be. I don't know why, but it's still there. It goes in spurts up there. But now I don't get up on Creepy Mountain like I did. I need to get my tail back up there. And that might be why, because I'm not up there as much anymore. If I went back up there and really started staying up there like I should, I'd probably come out with a lot more.
Mhm.
But I know
We both work full time
Yeah.
though still.
I know that group runs back and forth on Creepy Mountain. They go over on the west side. And me and Mr. Talbanko always said there was two groups up there. He thinks that time when me and Keith were getting all them vocals, that group may have had a little old squabble going on with each other. Could have been about females, could have been about territory, could have been about food. We don't know. But some of that aggressive tones we were getting at that time, he thinks may have been a little, they may have been having a little fuss going on. Don't know that for sure. Never will know that for sure. But so there could be two groups up there. One stays over here toward the east side of the mountain, the other side stays toward the west. We don't know. I mean, that's something I'll probably never know. But I was hoping that me and David, but the way we work makes it kind of hard, we'd be able to compare notes back and forth from the west to the east side of the mountain and to see if he's having activity at the same time I'm having activity. Or does he have activity and it gets dead over here, and then all of a sudden I have activity and it gets dead over there? Then that might point to something. It might point to they're traveling back and forth, So, but hard question on the orbs. I really just,
Okay, I'm not.
I don't really know
Hey,
what to say
Sharon.
on that. Hey, Sharon, Miss Sharon, guy, good to see you. So,
Did you see what somebody said they thought it was?
what
Or could possibly be rather?
I didn't see that.
Remote viewing. That's a possibility.
Well, let me say that on this, and I mentioned this one time, but I'm still out there, and I've heard some other people, more like biblical scholars, say they thought orbs were collecting information. So yeah, could be collecting information. For who? Don't know. Of course, that was two biblical scholars that we're talking about that know that Bigfoot exists. Hey, Miss Bobby, good to see you in here. They know Bigfoot exists. They know Dog Man. They know the aliens. They know some of this other stuff that exists. They know that they're, and a lot of them believe that they're part of the spiritual world too. They're manifesting at times, all that. So I'm not going to go off deep into that tonight, but I do need to do a show on that one day. I got a person that's going to be, or a couple. Both of them is very busy right now. So people are busy. I try not to worry them to death about stuff. So, but when they get it, both of them get broke free, we'll try to do a show and we'll try to go off into some of that. And I've always kind of thought in my head a little bit, even though I don't know what they are, I feel like they are collecting evidence. I kind of do, or whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to call them, scouts, whatever. Maybe that's a good word for it. Connets. Maybe they're whatever they're doing it for. I have no idea.
I think they're like us. There's different ones.
And that's possible too.
And that's what I think of the Bigfoot Dogmen and all. I think that there are some that may be Nephilim and some that are not.
It's a possibility.
Because there's too many differences.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I do lean toward their descendants of Nephilim, but yet I have friends that tell me that they tell them they're not. So, and I'm not disbelieving what they're saying. Maybe it's both. I don't know.
That's what I'm going with. I think there's some that are that are and some that aren't.
It could be they're deleted down so much. Some of that other blood has got out of them or something. Who's to say? Maybe some of them more human than others. Have the human aspect to it more. So they're able to think, they have emotions. Maybe they're looking for, I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff. But I know what I was going to say about Roger's comment. The place is very high quartz. Where we live here in Talladega County is a very, we live on the 33rd parallel. I don't know if y'all knew it, but the 33rd parallel runs right through that camp. It's 6 miles below Silicaga. So when you're at that camp, when you're at Creepy Mountain and part of the Talladega National Forest, 33rd parallel runs right through here. I mean, right down through here, 6 miles below the town limits of Silicaca, that line there. I live in it. So, not going to jump off into 33rd parallel, but if you go read about it, a lot of crazy stuff happens in the 33rd parallel. Hey, Robert, good to see you in here. Hope that farming's going well. We're about got to plow with boats over here. But, so go check it out. Just put in 33rd parallel strange stuff. You'll be amazed what you read about the 33rd parallel. The pyramids are on the 33rd parallel in Egypt. Some mounds are on the 33rd. A lot of stuff is on the 33rd. It's just weird. Then, of course, his base being full of marble and limestone and quartz. Quartz is a type of limestone. So there's energy with that stuff. We know that. So, okay, Gary, yeah. So that's probably about right. I know it goes through Arkansas, Texas, out in New Mexico, Arizona, into California, Georgia, I think parts of South Carolina, I think a little tad of South Carolina, then goes right on across and goes through North Africa, where a lot of stuff's happened. Right over into Egypt, through Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Israel. I mean, it's right through there. So that part of that area. So you get a chance, type that in. In fact, Miss V, she may still be in here. I don't know if she is or not. Miss V had a guy that I was supposed to talk to. Never did get to talk to him. That done a show with her on the 33rd parallel. He may have wrote a book about it. If she's still in here, she could probably tell you what episode that was. It's probably been a year ago when Miss V done that show with him. You can go back and watch that and hear what a lot of that guy has to say. He was mainly talking about Georgia, South Carolina, where he lives. He branched out a little bit further both ways, but he kind of kept right in that area. So is there something to it? I think so. I mean, I grew up 400 yards from a house where a woman got hit by a meteorite on one known in recorded history and lived to tell it. University of Alabama has that meteorite. Sucker's big as a football. Got Gravity Hill. Some people say it's optical illusion. Some people say it ain't. I'll just go ahead and say it. Gravity Hill is part of Creepy Mountain. It's right there on the edge of it. Just some weird things around here. A lot of paranormal. Got Bull Gap. Carried some of y'all to Bull Gap. In the winter, at certain times, lights come off of it like the Brown Mountain lights. I'm not kidding you. It does. I've seen it with my own eyes. I got a good friend, Keith, my other research partner, who lives on Creepy Mountain on top. He can see Bull Gap real good from his house at nighttime. And he gets out there with binoculars and watches them lights shoot up all night long off that thing. He sent me videos of it, where he's videoed. They're coming off that mountain just like the Brown Mountain lights. They start zipping off of it. Weird. I mean, just weird. UFOs. That mountain range out there, dozens and dozens of people have watched something go across top of that mountain at nighttime with no lights. And I witnessed it one time myself years ago over there coon hunting. And it went over. It make a sound, triangular shaped, no lights, moving probably 5 miles an hour. I don't know how something that big, that quiet can stay in flight just easing like that. Treetop level. Me and 2 other guys witnessed that coon hunting. The only reason we knew it was there was the shadow from it casted over us in the woods. It was kind of a moonlit night. The shadow come over us. We knew something was on top of us. Looked up and watched this go. Didn't get no weird feelings from it. Just come and went. We all sitting there looking at each other. Of course, we said military. We all looked at each other. Yep, they done come up with something that's quiet and can fly slow at night and nobody can see it. We don't know. But I know other people have seen the same thing out there. They've sit on their front porch and watched something go across that mountain at nighttime with no lights on it or anything. Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Hey, Jonestead, good to see you in here. So good to see everybody in here. Hey, Michael Haywood, good to see you, brother.
We got Kraken in here, and
Oh, did I? Hey, Bayou,
Kraken.
Glad to have you.
And
Anybody else we've missed?
I popped them up on the screen and kind of waved at them. That's kind of what I was doing when you saw me waving at people.
So, yes.
Robert Stanton.
Yeah, I've spoken to Rod. I said something to him about the farm. I told him we about there going to put plows on boats to plow the fields. So, yeah, this is a high energy area. I think it's always been that way. I think that's one reason Native Americans lived in here. They knew it. One of the biggest villages east of the Mississippi, supposed to be located in Chillersburg. There's been some fussing back and forth between them and Georgia over it. They said that actually was at Rome, Georgia. I think it may have been two of them, but Lower Kingdom and the Upper Kingdom, but I don't know that. But we know they used this valley. We know they lived in Sylacauga. There's another big village. It was on the east side or northeast side. Artifacts is everywhere here. Got a snake effigy 40 miles north of here, a rock, similar to the one in Ohio, except this is made on rock, top of a mountain, called Skeleton Mountain. Now, that's a heck of a name for a mountain. Now, you get Skeleton Mountain with a snake effigy on it. Jacksonville State University is one studying that, their archaeological department. There's mounds right below that mountain that stirred up a hornet's nest years ago because they were digging in them because they was building a shopping center. The Native Americans in the area found out that was happening. They went and pitched a fit, which they should have because people buried there. But that mound is still right up there. Trees are growing on it now. And when you look at it, you can tell that is not a regular hill when you look at it. That hill was made by something. So it's just odd when you look at it. It looks out of place. There's one down here not far from me that looks out of place. Every time I go by that thing, I said, something ain't right there with that hill. That hill's shaped like a pyramid too much. And it's sitting there on flat ground all the way around. I'm going like, man, that's got to be something, It just has that look. It's on private property, so I can't just walk out there and walk on it. I probably could go, maybe get permission and go out there. And I may probably need to do that one day, but I'm going to wait till wintertime when all these rattlesnakes ain't moving. Plus, in the wintertime, you can see more stuff because the foliage is gone.
Hey, Pyro.
That was interesting. Go back to that a minute. Who said that? Pyro?
Pyro. Yeah, I was looking for a comment from him that I could just say, hey, with. And
that's interesting, Pyro. I ain't never thought about that, but that's interesting. We'll have to ask. I don't know if Jessica's still in here because she does that. If she's ever felt like something was looking back at her when she does that. That is a good question. If you're still in here, Jessica, and she might not want to answer that, I don't know. But
did you see that comment?
Who was that?
Kim.
Okay, we will do that, Kim. I'll try to give you a call tomorrow if that's good with you. Civil War battle. Well, right here in my part of Alabama, the battles didn't happen much. For some reason, when the Union Army came in here, there was a couple of battles right north of us. Not sure. I don't know if Selma's in the 33 or not. Selma may be in the 32. Can't remember. I don't know. But the big battle happened in Selma, Alabama. And then, of course, Mobile Bay. Then there was a lot of skirmishes up on the Tennessee River Valley area, up in there, and because that involved Shiloh. It went on over to Chickamauga and went on down toward Atlanta. They were fighting back and forth up in there. That's where my great-great-grandfather, He was in 2nd Alabama Cavalry. That's where he done most of his fighting. He was on the tail end of the Union Army going toward Atlanta. They kept coming in there and popping them in the rear end, I guess you'd say. Also, that was a big battle. If you ain't never been to Chickamauga, go check it out. They say there's some weird stuff at Chickamauga. In fact, Jessica had a guy on her show that I met last year, and I didn't realize who it was till later in the show. Me and Rebecca had met him up there at South Pittsburgh at a camp out, and she had him on. I don't know, it's been maybe a month ago too. He was talking about there's some kind of monster that runs around on Chickamauga. And that day that me and Rebecca walked around Chickamauga, she felt some stuff. Of course, that a lot of death happened there. A lot of death.
Yeah.
A lot of death happened there, and there's some thick woods around Chickamauga. My grandfather fought right south of Chickamauga. His unit got into it with somebody there right south of Chickamauga. I can't remember the name of that little area, but they got in a big skirmish there, and then they followed them on toward Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was a big battle. A lot of people lost there. It's a major battle for the Civil War. Old Green Eyes. That's it. I think that's what they call it here. Old Green Eyes. Yeah. I think that's what they call that monster there at Chickamauga. Well, it's about 8 o'clock, so we need to go ahead and probably get ready to get off here. Do a prayer real quick. Yes. I don't know if this person's in chat or not, but I am very familiar with Cemetery Mountain. I know about the church that supposedly was a devil worshiping church at one time, about the Bible being on the pulpit, or some kind of book being on the pulpit, and you could not walk out to church with it. Heard about plenty of booger reports from that area. Going back toward Clay County in there, up toward the gap up on the top of the mountain. Going back toward the other side of, I'm trying to think the name of that road in there. Going back toward Idaho Road. I've heard of them seeing stuff over on the creek, crossing the creek in there. Right there where 602 is. Stuff's been seen on 602, 601, all through there. So, mark off the 2nd and 4th weekend.
Mark is not supposed to be here tonight.
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be at work. I laid out. I hate to say that.
Hey, Donna.
Hey, Donna. Good to see you.
Hey, Rex.
Good to see everybody. Mr. Terry, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, dog. Good to see everybody that's come in. Cemetery Mountain. Let me say this about Cemetery Mountain.
Hey, dog.
It's not far from Horse Creek.
See, Duke.
Hey, see, Duke. Good to see you.
Dog.
Yeah, I spoke to dog. Horse Creek is inside the National Forest. A lot of dogman sightings in that area. There's a cemetery in there. Very paranormal cemetery. In fact, where Rebecca, Ella, and Nikki saw the Bigfoot come out into the road is on the road going to Horse Creek. We were about a mile from in there. So, still a good piece from Cemetery Mountainside through there. That's a long road in there. That's 637. If you go in there, be ready to go in there because that's a long road and there ain't nothing in there. And there ain't much cell service in there. Had a guy I knew I used to work with got lost in there hunting. Stayed in there all night. He said he'd never hunt that area again because the stuff he heard in there at night. Huh?
I didn't know Misty made it in.
Hey, Misty.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, Todd. Good to see you. Okay. Yes. Cemetery Mountain got some interesting stuff up there. I worked with some guys that used to live up in that area too. Grew up right in there, right below it, I think, down there. They talked about some weird stuff going on Cemetery Mountain, back in there toward Horse Creek, all those areas. And I know I'm naming names. I'm not going to try to hide stuff. If you want to go check it out, you go check it out. Just don't get on people's private property. That kind of tends to get people on kind of ill natured. But if you want to go out there and you want to call me, I'll tell you how to get around out there. I'm not going to try to hide these places. People need to kind of know about them. But, be careful if you go out there. So. All right, I guess we need to get rigging off. I hate
When
to,
you're ready.
but I don't really know what else to talk about.
Oh, we talked about a lot already.
Yeah, so
We've been on here an hour and a half.
okay. All right. I'm gonna go over the prayer list. I kind of cleaned it up earlier because I knew some of these folks were doing a lot better, and I hate to say it, some of them have passed away. Some other things happened. So if I called out a name, if I don't call out your name, and you want me to put you back on here, please. Okay, Wanda needs prayer. Okay, we sure will, Wanda. I'm gonna put you up there by Greg, Wanda, and I know there's a lot of folks needing prayer. A lot of stuff going on. We need to be praying about uh, what's going on all over the world, our country, our state, your community. Pray for your family. Pray for your friends. Pray for your church, where you work at. Pray for your co-workers. Because you don't ever know. Wait a minute, what was that? Hold on. Barbara. Okay. Sure will, Billy.
In Israel.
Uh-huh.
I said pray for Israel.
Of course. Yes, we there's a lot going on. If you agree or disagree, that's fine, but I'm going to say this. Everything's going to happen. And then it's going to go out from there.
Did you write my CD down?
CD, okay.
She had a whole procedure.
Well, I took you off, Miss CD, because I know the other day you were doing pretty good. So I'm going to put you back on there. And it was good to see you, Miss CD. I'm glad you got to make it out for a few days. I'm glad you didn't get caught up in that rain there at the campground Sunday morning. I know a lot of folks, I think, got soaking wet Saturday, Sunday morning trying to pack up. It happened, but when you camp out, sometimes it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Our weather has been just absolutely strange. A lot of wind. I mean, today this one had come through had a lot of wind in it, and I heard trees popping out there. It's just, I don't know, a lot of stuff. But all right, let me go over the list, and if I don't have you on here and you won't put back on, you sure let me know. And if you don't say nothing, then I'm assuming you're doing pretty good. Thing, Martin
Grove's on there.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that. I think a while ago when I was cleaning it up, I probably skipped some names I shouldn't have. All right,
well,
Gary
he just went back in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, he's been having a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Gary Spikes. Well, Gary made it. Done well. Made it back home. Glad to hear it. Good to see Gary. Good to see Gary.
Billy's wife.
Billy's wife. I got it rolling.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Yeah. Don't, let me go down, and if you miss something, tell me.
Okay? I remember
then. It's member Coombo's wife, Sandy. A lot of y'all have met her. She's been having some issues. And Coombo. Y'all keep Mr. Troy Allen. A lot of y'all know him. I know he hadn't been on the shows hardly. But a lot of you's met him at these camp outs. Y'all keep Troy. Troy has a lot of problems. Y'all keep Brother Troy in prayer. Y'all keep Greg. Greg seemed to be doing a little better the other day, and keep Wanda in prayer. She's having some jaw pain. I know how that goes. That can drive you crazy. Y'all keep Brother Big Al, George White, in prayer. I need to call Greg and check on about Big Al. I know he got sent to the emergency room, I think, other night from work or other day. So, Miss Cynthia Johns, y'all keep Billy and his wife Lori, and also his daughter in prayer. She's expecting. Billy's wife's doing a little better. And Billy, I think, has felt a lot better since he's got home, rested up some. Me and Billy had a good talk yesterday. I always enjoy talking to Billy. Mr. Mark Deed, he was in here tonight. Good to see you in here, Mark. I hope everything's going better for you. Hope everything, is looking up brighter for you. I hope so.
Roger.
Lord Roger. Miss Lanita. A lot of y'all see Mr. Lanita in here sometimes. She hadn't been in here a while. Some of the people say she's not doing too good. I only think she made it to the Alabama conference the other day. So y'all remember Miss Lanita. Very nice talking woman. I enjoyed a few times I've got to talk to her. Very pleasant person to talk to. Easy going, always positive. So y'all keep Mr. Bryan, Tennessee Cherokee, in your prayers. I know he wanted to come to the camp out. He wasn't feeling well. Him and Jeffy. Y'all keep both of them in prayer. Stephen, a lot of y'all know who Stephen is. He's been to several of the meet and greets. And, y'all keep Stephen in prayer. He's had different things going on, and so y'all keep him in prayer. Barton and Letitia, y'all keep Barton and Letitia in y'all's prayers. Mr. Terry, Miss Carolyn. I was glad to see Miss Carolyn get to come with Mr. Terry last week. Seemed like she really enjoyed it. She was smiling the whole time. I love to see people smile. Rebecca was smiling. So yeah, we'll sure keep you on the prayer list, Brother Gary. But I'm glad you made it here. I'm glad you made it back home safely. David Hughes, y'all keep David, keep his father, his family in prayer. His father got back put in the hospital this week. David may not want to say this, but he got his truck stolen this week. That's aggravating. Y'all keep David in prayer. He got a lot going on. Y'all keep him in prayer. Mr. Craig Schutz, him and his wife, y'all keep him in prayer. Keep Roger in prayer. I'm glad to see Roger made it out to the Hollands the other day. Seemed like he was getting around good. I'm glad to see that, Roger. And I'm glad you and Heather got to come out and got to enjoy everybody. It was good to see you there. Let's see. Kathy and David, y'all keep brother David and sister Kathy in prayer, please. Y'all keep them in prayer. Cryptic Crystal, I think she's doing a little better, but I hadn't seen that for sure. Y'all keep Crystal in your prayers up there. Though she's got some other things going on too, so y'all keep her in prayer. Y'all keep Donna, and it takes. You'll never get over that. Never get over it. Rebecca can tell you that. That sticks with you the rest of your life. That's parents, kids, any of that, brothers and sisters, that sticks with you. You don't ever forget about it. Y'all keep Miss Debbie, Miss Dee Dee. I know she had knee replacement. David was in here earlier. I'm hoping she's doing better with her knee replacement. Miss Lisa and her husband, Leanne and her husband, Mr. River. Hadn't seen him lately in our chat, but I hope Mr. River's doing okay. I heard he was having some trouble. Keep Mr. Wendell in prayer. cousin of mine named Steve. Y'all keep him in prayer. Please keep him in prayer. I'm not going to say what's going on, but y'all keep him in prayer. I did talk with Billy a little bit about it yesterday, but y'all keep him in prayer. Okay, I'm glad you said that, Katie G. Mr. Jim's daughter's having some problems. And I'm assuming she's talking about Sherry's Jim. I'm assuming. And Miss Ray, she's been in here tonight. Good to see you. I know she was in an intensive care here about a week or so ago. So y'all keep Miss Ray in prayer. Mr. Martin Groves, Barbara Woodard, I guess that's how it's pronounced, and Miss CD, and Michelle's pal's father, and her friends who have cancer. Y'all remember them?
Steve Travis.
Who?
Steve Travis.
And Steve Travis. Yeah, I think that name was on my other list, and I hadn't heard nothing from it lately.
Yeah, Mr. Ken just put it up.
Thank you, brother, for letting me know, because I'm going to put Ken's name by there. That way I know where it comes from. But sometimes I forget these names, and I'm going like, now, who told me that? So, and Mr. Jim's daughter, like Katie G mentioned a while ago. So, anybody else? We'll do a prayer and get off here. And I think me and Rebecca's going to go do a little ride. I don't know where, but we're going to sneak off a little while, make a little ride through somewhere. Something. Me and her have been doing that lately. Riding different places, just looking at stuff. Me and her do that a lot, really, don't we? We just don't tell people we do that a lot. So, not always looking for Bigfoot neither. Sometimes we just ride. So,
Some of them rabbit holes.
yeah. Be careful. Do your research.
Some of them rabbit holes seem to
do your research.
To go somewhere deep.
Do your
and
research.
Some of them circle back into some areas I don't have a care to go to.
So, like I said earlier in the show, do your research. Don't fall for everybody's agenda. A lot of folks have agendas, so pay attention. Pay attention. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you too. Glad to have you. All right. Anything else you want to say, babe? All right, we'll say a prayer and we'll get off here. Like I said, if anybody wants to talk about or come on and do.
Hold on.
Okay, sure will, Tim.
And you know what? Put Trish down on there.
Your sister?
Yep. Put her down. Because she's still struggling with losing her husband.
I'm going to put your sister by it. That way
Yep.
I know several other Trishas too.
Yeah.
So. All right. Anybody else before we go in prayer real quick? So y'all keep Tim and his wife Rosa. Some of y'all met them at the meet and greet here at the fire pit.
And the Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner. All right. Let's go ahead and say a prayer. Lord, thank you for just loving us. Thank you for your mercy you give us each and every day. Thank you for protecting us when we don't even know we're being protected. Thank you for your judgment, because we know your judgment is right and correct and true. Thank you, Lord, for when you reveal the truth to us and show it to us. That way we can see that deception. Thank you, Lord, for everything you do for us each and every day. The food, the shelter, the friends, the family that we have, jobs that we have, because we got to eat, got to work somewhere. All of us can't work in the fields like we used to. Thank you, Lord, for all that. Thank you for your son, for him coming to this earth, being put what he was put through for us. And we weren't even worthy to be for that. But he did it anyway because he wanted to make sure we had a way to get back to you, to be our Savior, our mediator, the second Adam. Because we threw away our first birthright when our grandparents, Adam and Eve, done what they did. We just stole our birthright right out the door for sin. Thank you, Lord, for him and everything he's done for us and will do for us. Thank you, Lord, for the Holy Spirit, for comforting us, counseling us through life, and being with us through the good and bad times. Lord, I pray for all these people's names that's been mentioned. You know what their problems are, Lord. You know what they're going through. You know what's happening. Be with them, Father, and guide them and walk with them. And I know you will, because you say you do. Be with us till we see everybody next week. That's all in Christ's name. Amen. All right, y'all. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Everybody gets to enjoy yourself, see your friends or family, talk to them on the phone, text, something. If it ain't nothing but for 1 minute, try to text them. Good thing about some technology. Sometimes I fuss about technology, but sometimes technology is good for us too. It helps us be in touch with people. So, what did Miss DD say? Oh boy, yeah, I know. Oh boy. See, I'm tempted just as much as Rebecca is, probably more in some ways, because she'll tell
I've
you.
been turning away from it and saying no.
She'll tell you in a heartbeat, I'm a sucker for coconut cake and ice cream. Them two will pull me in quicker than anything. And by the way, Miss Verby, as usual, your Rose cakes. Rum. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I call them a rose.
Well, it is like a rose, yeah.
Excellent as always. Hey, Deb Brown, good to see you. Any of y'all?
Yeah, some leftovers found their way to our house.
Yeah, it's all right. It is what it is.
And they disappeared.
Yeah, they did. Ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Nope.
Ain't gonna lie about it. If y'all ever get to come to a fire pit, Miss Verby comes, or we have another get together one day, or whatever. She comes and she brings him. You better go get him.
Oh. If I still had some.
That is, yeah.
Now I wish I had some.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. So, everybody have a good Father's weekend. If your father's still living, give him a call. Go see him. Do something. If it ain't for 10 minutes, go see him. In a blink of an eye, he won't be here. I know. Lost mine in 2008. Think about him every day. Everything I do seems to revolve around him all the time. So it's tough. Never get over.
Fresh blueberries.
Yeah. Well, the blueberries with ice cream would go very good too. Just drop them holes. Drop them holes in there.
I can make blueberries.
Or we can go get some pecans and drop them in there.
We have some pecans.
Or we drop walnuts.
Yeah, we have some walnuts.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. If any of you would like to do a show about the stuff you had happen down there, you're welcome to come on our show and do it. We'll set up a time. We'll do it if you'd love to. I'm not going to push nobody against that. Push nobody to do that. Excuse me. But if you like to, that's fine with me. If you'd rather do it with Spencer and them, that is fine with me, or anybody else. I have no issue with that. I'm just not going to push nobody. I told Billy I don't push people. Billy can tell you that. I don't push people. If you do have an encounter or sighting, you do want to talk to me about it, on Messenger, got an email, mgreen35151 Send me a message. And I've got some good emails from people. And through emails, I have met some people. So it's pretty cool. That's right, Miss DD. It's just what it is. What it is.
We're tempted, whether even if somebody doesn't say anything, we're still tempted.
Yeah, Friday nights in the truck riding around, the ice cream.
It just hits the spot.
It hits the spot, and then I pay for it on Saturday. But knees hurt because of inflammation from all that sugar. But anyway, like I said, if you want to talk about something with me, I'll sure listen. If you want to put it on the show, we'll do that too. And y'all too. I forgot. I'm sorry. Miss DD was on with Spencer and them Sunday. Me and Miss CD. I mean, me and Miss CD. Me and Miss DD have talked before. I've seen some of her pictures way back yonder, and some very interesting stuff. So, if y'all didn't get to watch that show, go back and watch Woodwalkers from Sunday. Miss DD was on there. So, anything else, babe? All right.
Good.
We love y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll hopefully be back next Friday night. Sooner or later, I'll put a video out when I get a chance. No, aim out for Rebecca. I do pretty good.
There's people out there that scare me.
I'm gonna tell you, the highways are getting dangerous. Well, no, they ain't getting that there.
They there.
If you've seen the stuff that I have seen, I mean, I drive 30-something miles to work and back. If you've seen what I see, Lord have mercy. I mean, some people just don't care no more. Or something going on. I don't know.
Especially where I work. I mean, there's a wreck or two every day.
Let me clear up something while we're right here. Then I'll shut up and get off here.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back to this real quick. I made a video a few years ago about a certain individual. Most of y'all know who this.
Not a few years ago.
Most of y'all know who this individual was because he made a remark about killing somebody over a picture.
No names
I'm not
in
saying
the
no
chat.
name. Yeah, just please leave that part out. It was not about nobody else. I have not had a problem with nobody else. Everybody I get along good with, I try to talk to people.
And if we're talking about somebody in a video, we're going to name. Unless
But this person made a
multiple
remark,
people are
kill
having the same
somebody
problem.
over a picture. And I called them crazy because they are crazy. You're going to kill somebody over a picture. That ain't being the way Christ commands. That ain't even being a human. The only way we take a life from another person is in self-defense. They're trying to get you, and you ain't got no option but to take them out. So when that remark was made, it was not about nobody else when I said this person's crazy. They're crazy because they made a remark about killing somebody over a picture. That person could have pressed the mark. They didn't. And that's up to him if he decides he wants to press that mark. So if anybody ever watched that video, I probably was a little emotional. I was probably a little hot under the collar. When I get hot under the collar, my mouth seems to open up a little more. I try to watch what I'm saying, and I still try to say things the right way. But you just don't go make remarks like that to people, and it slide easy. That to me, if you say that to somebody in front of me, there's going to be trouble because there's no sense in it. And but that's all I'm saying. If somebody else, this was maybe a year and a half, I don't know. But there was one video I did say something about that. It's not talking about it. No other person, but this one person. Wasn't about nobody's encounters or what they experienced or what was going on. This was
Somebody's behavior.
This was about somebody's behavior toward another man. So,
And if
Yeah.
you have ever thought that we were talking about you, it's not something we would do, but please let us know to where we can clarify.
because there's some things I will bow up and get mad about pretty quick. And I think as long as I do it the right way, I have the right to do it. As long as I do it the right way. Never said we couldn't be mad in the Bible. It just says don't sin with it. Don't start sinning. No, that sinning part's where we get in trouble. And that's when we say something we shouldn't, or we do an action that we shouldn't, and then it gets us in a mess. So you can be mad. I mean, every one of us in this chat's been mad sometime in our life about something. And I probably should have kept my mouth shut on that video. Shouldn't have said nothing probably. But sometimes if I get led to say something, it's going to come out. I hate it. But, But anyway, y'all love y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. It's good to see everybody in chat. Like I said, if your father's still living, go see him, call him, talk to him, something, because like I said, 1 minute they can be here, next minute they're gone. Same with your other family members, everybody, your friends, check on them regular and all that. I love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. I'm gonna shut up from now on. Bye bye.